Most time management tips are just common sense wrapped in nice packaging. Obvious, forgettable, and ignored. Today, I'll teach you 5 modern time management tricks that move the needle. They shape your attention, your energy, and the environment that decides what you do. I'll show exactly how to use them today. No fake discipline required. Hey, I'm Lumintra. If you want productivity that feels human, not robotic, hit subscribe. And let's start with something that you can try right after this video. Let's get into the first trick. Instead of trying to avoid distractions, design micro rituals that make switching into focused work frictionless and switching out intentional. People treat focus like willpower, but attention is a flow state that is triggered by how we start a task. The first 60 to 90 seconds determine whether you settle into deep work or you drift into tabs and notifications. So, what are the concrete steps? Number one, make a 3 step transition ritual. What I like to do is I close all my tabs, I put my phone in a place I don't see every second, and then write a micro goal that takes 10 minutes and start a timer. And I intentionally choose a task that takes 10 minutes so that I can build momentum. What is the second step? Name the ritual aloud, like start focus, start goal, or even you can say the micro goals title. Saying it out loud signals your brain that the dedicated mode begins. And the next step? Choosing an entry cue object, like a mug, a hoodie, or a playlist, so that every time you touch it, you play it, or you put it on, your brain links that to concentration. Let's have a walkthrough. Before grading papers, place a notebook, a special one, on your left side and open it to the date and write the single micro goal, maybe grade 5 papers. Speak the ritual name, work for 30 minutes. The ritual collapses decision friction and reduces attention residue from previous tasks. Trick number 2. Plan tasks around energy, physical and mental, not fixed time blocks. Know when you can be creative, when you can churn, and when you must rest. Calendars lie. Because 2 hours of free time at 8 a.m. versus 3 p.m. doesn't mean the same thing. High cognitive tasks require high energy. Automatable ones do not. Using your body's natural rhythms, like alternating cycles for example, gives you more productive hours without longer workdays. Let's talk about the concrete steps. Track your energy for 3 to 5 days. For example, note 1 to 2 hour windows when you feel sharp versus flat. Use a simple scale, for example, a number from 1 to 5. Number 2, label work types. Creative, like writing, designing, or analytical, spreadsheets, editing, social, like calls, or even admin, emailing, scheduling. So you can give a name to all the work types. After that, you can assign a task to each energy slot. Put creative tasks in your shop windows and admin tasks in lower energy windows. If you're asking how, let me tell you. If you feel more energized after your morning coffee between 9 a.m. until 11 a.m., reserve that time for real thinking. And do batch email at 2:30 when energy dips. Over a week, you'll find that you get the same output with fewer hours because tasks match energy. Let's go to the next trick. Apply deliberate constraints like shorter deadlines or smaller scopes to force decision speed and kill perfectionism. Parkinson's law tells us that work expands to fill the available time, in the simplest words. And it's real. But instead of heroic time blocking, reduce a task so that your brain creates done over perfect results faster. Let's go through the steps. What you would want to do first is pick a task and reduce its default time by 40 to 60%. For instance, if it takes you 2 hours to create a draft, maybe reduce it to 45 minutes. Next one helps a lot. Define the minimal acceptable outcome. For example, the first publishable draft, or if it's about a presentation, usable slide deck, or if it's about a video, it could be the upload ready edit. It makes it much more simpler. And the last one, treat it like an experiment. If it's bad, schedule a short revision sprint later. What I like to do is, at first, it took me about 2-3 hours to draft the first version of a script for my videos. But then I decided to set a 50-minute timer so that I could force decisions on structures and not polishing and micromanaging every little error and every line. Let's continue with trick number 4. Plan your day from outcomes backward and perform a short midday review to reassign energy and rescue the day. To-do lists are task lists, they are not outcome plans. Outcome first planning helps you to understand why each task matters and saves time by cutting low value items. Midday course corrections prevent sunk cost persistence. You reallocate when things drift. Concrete steps. Night before, outcome mapping. Instead of writing 10, 15 tasks, write 1 to 3 outcomes for tomorrow, like finish client proposal, clear out the inbox, or even prepare 10 slides. And then under each outcome, list the next physical action. Have a 10-minute midday check-in. Review what's done and what's blocking you. Reassign 2 things, either delegate, postpone, or compress. And the most important one, use a rescue rule. If a task is more than 50% blocked, either pivot or break it down further. Don't keep applying time to a dead end. What is the example? If your morning went to unexpected meetings, the midday check-in could convert a 90-minute writing session into a 30-minute outline session and a 30-minute constraint sprint for later. Combine habits and tweak your environment so that the choices that support your productivity are easier than the alternatives. People overestimate willpower and underestimate nudges. Small environment changes plus pairing make automatic behaviors more likely. The concrete steps. Pair a new habit to an existing ritual. For example, after making your coffee, open your planner for 2 minutes. Number 2 is add friction to distractions. You can remove social media apps from your home screen, or you can put your phone in the lockbox during sprints and lower friction for the tools that you use. For example, Have notebooks, chargers, playlists ready. And the last one could be the most obvious one. Create a visual reminder of the outcomes. For instance, an index card with today's 3 outcomes written and stuck to your monitor. Let's answer the how. If you want to write daily or any task that you want to turn into a habit, pair first page of the notebook open with I sit in the chair I reserved for writing, and put your phone down or in another room altogether. After a week, the task becomes automated. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Structure your attention and environment before you try to hack your schedule. Which trick will you try this week? Comment below. I read every reply and will recommend exactly how to adapt these tricks to your situation. If you like this, hit like, subscribe, and share it with your friends that confuse being busy with being productive. Take care until next time.